Yes, yes, yes. Hello. This is Whatever with Jason Soto. I am Jason. That is Lisa Sally Haynes right there
That's me. We are two low energy people.
in the flesh. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to work through it. Maybe by the end of this, I'll feel better. Nick Rehat cannot be here, unfortunately. Hopefully, he'll be back next episode. So it's just gonna be Lisa, and me and Lisa. I'm gonna bug Lisa today with the grammar stuff. Li- li- and E only. Yeah, yeah. See, I knew it. I knew I was gonna get you.
That's right, because I taught my seniors today what a schwa is, and it was like,
Ooh.
okay. It wasn't even intentional, just kind of came up because I was showing them like a phonetic pronunciation of something like in dictionary when you look stuff up online. And they're like, what the hell's the upside down E? And I'm like, it's a schwa. And so it's like the rest of the class, they're all going, schwa. like, like top percent of the school in
Okay.
this English class. I'm like, yep, yep,
I learned what a
schwa.
schwa was in like middle school.
Yes, and it sticks.
But like,
They've
how
never
the
heard
hell
of it
did you
before.
have students who has never heard of it? That's weird.
They don't teach that anymore.
That's
They don't
weird.
have, they don't, I don't know if they do dictionary skills. They still know syllables. If you
I
bring up
hope.
syllables,
I
they all
hope.
start clapping because they remember clapping out their names
Okay.
to learn
Yeah.
what syllables are. But they
Okay.
did not know what a schwa was.
That's weird. Oh
And
man.
then they all insisted that I would like write their names phonetically so they could see whether or not they had a schwa. This is what
Okay.
I was doing last period today. Like, this is what
All right.
happens
All
in my
right.
class. It is very
Man.
strange, the things that end up coming up in my classes.
I mean, at least it's an appropriate thing, right? It's an English thing,
Oh,
so
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's not like you're teaching like, time travel or anything, although that would be fucking amazing.
I mean, I do occasionally go off topic, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we were talking about it was interesting because I was actually talking about like fidelity and voice and like does the voice of the character match who the character is. So the short version of this is like if you have a child character, are they using childish vocabulary and stuff, right? Like, or is this an
Oh
adult looking
yeah.
back in retrospect?
Yeah,
That kind of,
yeah.
so it's talking about like fidelity and they always go to the bank first. And I'm like, okay, well, why is it called fidelity? And then I get down this rabbit hole of, well, what does fidelity mean? Why are they called fidelity? And then I make them look up Nike because they don't realize that so many brand names are actually purposefully chosen.
Hmm.
And so I always am like, look up who Nike is. Oh, she's the goddess of victory through speed. Oh, that's why Nike is called Nike. Like, like this is the kind of stuff.
Fair enough.
And then at some point, somebody goes, how do you know this? And I'm like, one, I'm a nerd. Two, I have a random bar trivia brain. And three, I got about 30 years on most of you. I've had time to to like
That's
collect
true.
all of this.
That's true. You could
So,
pull the age card on them
oh,
because
it's funny.
you've been around a little bit longer than they have.
It is funny.
Uh, all right. Well, there you go. We all learned what a schwa was, and I think we all learned what Nike was. I don't think I even knew that. So
Yeah.
there we go. We learned some
Yeah,
shit today.
Nike
All
was
right.
a goddess. Yep,
All
Greek
right.
goddess.
I think we're downhill from here, so we should just wrap up the show. Thank you, everyone,
Yeah.
for listening.
That's the intellectual
That's it.
portion of our
That's
show.
it. Nope, that's it. We're done. No, I have to thank our $10 Patreon members first and foremost.
Yes.
They give us money. They give us $10 a month. So the least that I can do is say their names first at the top of this show.
Agreed.
Silent Partner, thank you, Silent Partner. Katie Coons, thank you to Katie. Brenda, thanks to Brenda. Isabel, hey, Isabel, thank you. Tim, I want to thank Tim for doing this. Rose, hey, thank you, Rose. And Sandy, thank you to Sandy. Those are our $10 Patreon members, but you listening at home, you do not have to do it at the $10 level. We have different levels. We have a $5 level, a $3 level, and a $1 level. That's our cheapest one. And I think going off of every YouTube video that I watch and podcast that I listen to, a dollar is the cheapest Patreon tier I think I have heard. So we are saving you money, God damn it.
Yeah, we are.
Mr. Beast doesn't give you that kind of a deal. Patreon.com/rabbit hole pods is where you can go if you want to be so kind and subscribe to our bullshit. And what you get on top of our bullshit is you get episodes early. You get exclusive Patreon only content, videos that are only found on Patreon once a month. I get together with my awesome friends here at Rabbit Hole Podcast and we watch stuff and then we riff it. This month, we are going back to the shorts well, if you will, and we're going to watch another series of shorts that I have already gathered. And I'm going to tell you right now, everybody is in for a wild ride.
Oh dear.
Note that I got a lot of these shorts from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and they're from the point of view of certain people. And so you can only expect things to go wacky. Uh,
Are any of them from Mr. Toad's perspective?
no, and sadly they're
You
not.
did promise me a wild ride.
I promise you a different kind of wild ride, but that's off air.
Okay. Ew.
But that's the typical response I get when I say that to anyone. Uh,
Oh.
Patreon.com/rabbithole pods. Okay, I have two things I want to talk about, and we don't have to stay on these two things. If you want to bring up something, Lisa, you can. I'm gonna bring up kind of a
Why I
smaller
hate tangents.
topic. We're gonna bring up a smaller topic, and then we're gonna get to a bigger topic. I'm gonna start with the smaller topic, and I'm gonna stress this right now. Anybody listening who is close personal friends of mine and that I see physically in person at least once a month, I am not talking about you, okay? I want to stress this
Oh boy.
because this is about a kid, okay? But I want to stress that this is nobody that I know personally, nobody that I
This isn't
interact
a if
with.
the shoe fits situation.
Exactly.
Situation.
Oh, see, you can say things all weird and wrong, and then if I try to do it, I don't know what that
Yes.
means. I don't know where I was
I
going with
don't
that. But anyway, I'm going to talk about this kid, and I'm just going to say right now, I hate this kid with a passion,
know.
and I cannot stand this kid, and I
Oh, oh.
feel a little bad being very violent, having violent feelings about a kid, but like, goddamn, this kid's
Well, this is
annoying.
like a child. This isn't somebody that you call a kid.
No, 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 it is a child.
Oh, wow.
So I'm gonna be super vague on purpose. I'm not even gonna give a gender of the kid. I'm just gonna
Okay.
call the kid a kid. And the parents of the kid, I don't know. Um, they are Facebook friends, and they
Okay.
became Facebook friends back in like the 2010s when it was cool to like randomly friend people.
You know, you
Uh,
can unfriend those people too,
Okay,
right?
I knew that somebody, specifically you, were gonna be like, you could just mute them, unfriend them. That solves your problem. But here's the thing: one, I want to rant about something on the show. That's
Okay.
just what I do here. And two, I was actually gonna bring this up, but the parents can kind of say cool things from time to time. But I don't know the parents like personally. Like they were kind of like a friend of a friend situation. They sort of
Yeah.
looked me up on Facebook and
Yeah.
were like, "Oh,
Somebody
I
you
know
met
this
once,
guy."
hung
Yeah.
out for like 2 hours, and like, we're going to be Facebook friends
But it was like
forever.
an online kind of thing. It wasn't even like an in-person kind of thing. It was like an online thing. And so
Okay.
they were just like, "Yeah, we'll friend you, whatever." And then I ended up friending up this person's significant other. And then when I met them, they did not have the kid. And then through the course of this whole Facebook thing of time, they had the kid. Which,
Gotcha.
okay, so they were fine when friended one of them, one of the parents that I'm being very vague about. I'm not mentioning again genders or names or anything. Um, but then the kid got born, and then suddenly they just got hyper focused on the kid. Like that was like
That
their life.
occasionally happens with parents.
24/7, 365. All they kept posting was about this goddamn kid. And I was willing to let it go because I'm like, it's a baby. Okay, cool. Baby pics, whatever. But then the kid got older and older and older. And then the kid is now older. The kid is above the age of 5. I'm going to say that. Presently, as of today, the kid is above the age of 5. And I'm stopping there. I'm keeping it vague. And this kid is fucking annoying. Like this kid, I swear to God, if I ran into this kid, I would punt this kid into an ocean.
So I
Like
have a
that's
question.
how
You
annoying
have
this kid.
not met this child in
No,
person?
nope.
Okay. So my question then is, are they posting videos of the child, or is
Yes,
it just stories, or it's probably all of the above?
yes.
Okay.
Everything,
So
everything.
they're posting photos of the child, they're posting videos of the child, and they're probably telling you amazing stories about their child.
I I can go on like a quiz show and answer 100 questions about this fucking kid, and I would get all of them right. That's how much detail they have put about this
I
kid
love this.
on
Okay.
Facebook. And also, I'm going to say that, to their credit, they have their Facebook locked down. Like, you have to be friends to see their stuff.
Oh
Like,
God, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and so, so
God, I hope
it's
so.
not like, random. Well, because some people have the
You
Facebooks
are
that are
not
still,
wrong. You are right.
still people,
And
anyone can
post
just
pictures
find
of
it.
their children all the
Yeah,
time.
exactly. So I'm
Yes.
stressing that, like, and I'm not saying that these parents are bad parents. I'm not saying that. I just think the kid's annoying. But I don't think it's the parents' fault that the kid's annoying. It's
Oh, well,
I blamed the parents for constantly shoving this kid into our faces. I blame them
okay.
for that. But I am not in any way saying that these are bad parents. I think they are good parents. They love their kid. They do all the right things all the time. I'm not trying to insinuate anything. I just find this goddamn kid annoying.
That's fine. So, along these lines, if I can interject for a quick
Yeah,
moment.
please do.
So, bear with me.
Hmm.
Do you remember the child who played Danny Torrance in the remake of The Shining that was
Oh,
on
the
TV?
remake. Not the remake, no.
So, this kid was also in Welch's grape juice commercials.
Okay.
And he had this like these chubby cheeks, but his face was kind of pushed like this, and he had these buck teeth. So it was always like this. My mother hated this child. My mother with the it's the funniest thing in the world because my mother is the church lady. My mother,
Okay.
who's upstairs listening right now, who Christian, she's a kind woman. She wouldn't wish ill on anyone. The Welch's grape juice commercials would come on, and my mother would turn into a raging crazy for, oh my God, I hate this. I just want to punch him in his face. I'm like,
Oh
this
God.
child is like 6. And my mother just hated him so much. Every time the
Oh
commercial
my
would come on,
God.
she's like, oh, change it. I hate this kid. I just want to punch him. It's the greatest thing ever. Yeah,
Uh,
my
yeah.
mother.
Uh yeah.
I
So
know
I mean
you're Googling this child now to
I'm
see his
looking
face,
well,
aren't
I'm
you?
actually trying to find the commercial because I'm curious what the
Oh,
commercial
okay.
was. But I don't know, it might take me a minute
I'll find it.
look.
You tell your story because I'll know when it's him.
Oh, I think I found it. I
Okay.
think I found it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to share because I know YouTube's kind of weird. Um, but I will do my best. Is it this kid?
No,
No.
nope.
Because I thought the timing was right. This says 97. Okay, I thought I
It
found
is,
it.
but
Okay.
no, I'll find
Oh,
it for
damn.
you.
Okay. Wow. I thought I had it. Okay.
Nope. Different kid.
All right. Cool. Okay. No. No. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Um. Okay. But no, I just can't. The kid is just like hyperactive.
Hmm.
And like anytime they show like this kid doing anything, this kid is just running around as if like this kid just ate like a bag full of sugar.
Oh God.
And like I wouldn't like put it past if they maybe this kid did eat a bag full of sugar, but it's always like the parents are like, okay, kid, oh, we're at place you like to go to, and the kid's like, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you sharing this?
Dear God.
Who is this for?
Who are they sharing it for?
Yes, like who wants to see this? Like this is so
They
fucking
think
annoying.
that kid is cute. Like they think this sort of stuff is adorable. And it's like, no. Like you see people who like post these parenting videos of like their kids like climbing in the kitchen,
Hmm.
right? They're like climbing up onto the counter and like they're right next to the stove and they're laughing, right? Like they got the phone and they're showing, oh my God, you should get down. Oh, you
Okay,
can't
yeah,
be
yeah,
up
yeah.
there.
Yes, yes, yes.
And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, do you understand how there's a stove, number one, the knives, number two, when he falls, number three,
Yeah.
because you're showing him how funny it is since you're filming him instead of going over there and get like, you just don't understand what people are thinking. And then that's it. It's one thing that you're teaching your kid, yeah, it's funny to climb up in there. Now you're filming it and sharing it with everyone else. Go and look at how funny my kid is. It's like, what? What are you doing? This doesn't make sense.
I will give these parents this, that they have not ever videoed anything like that.
Good.
It's always just this kid like out somewhere at places this kid likes to be at. And then they're like, kid, you having fun? And then they're just like screaming their head off, running around doing a thing. And this kid cannot sit still. Like, it must be exhausting being this kid's parent because this kid, I think this kid never sleeps. I don't know how this kid could sleep.
Oh God,
I feel
can
like
you
this kid is
imagine?
just constantly like just going. And the kid's like, it's just like, oh my God, can someone like fucking give this kid NyQuil or something? Like calm this kid fucking down, man.
Get the Benadryl.
Like something, knock this kid out for a few hours. I do feel bad for the parents because this kid is just so hyperactive. It is
Oh
nuts.
my God.
It is nuts how hyper as fuck this kid is. Every Welch's commercial I found has a girl in it. That was the only one with a boy that
It
I
may not,
found. So
I'm
that's
looking
kind
right
of
because I
weird.
can't find it either. So now I'm thinking maybe it wasn't um Welch's grape juice. Maybe it was like juicy juice or something. I'm trying to find
Oh,
it.
you know what? Okay, you're probably, yeah, it could have been a different type of
I
juice.
can't find him.
That's
Um,
interesting.
yeah, like I
Um,
cannot find this commercial, which is funny because it made my mother angry. So maybe other people were also made angry by
and
this
they just took the
commercial
video
and they
down?
yanked
Like,
it.
no, fuck this video.
Yeah, I can't find it.
Okay. All right. That well, I mean, if anyone out there maybe has a lead on it, you want to send it to me, you can
This
send it
is
to
really funny
whatever, jasonsoto@gmail.com, and I'll share it in the next episode if we
because
can't
the
find it.
kid's name is Cortland Mead.
Okay.
Um, and when he was little, he just
I
he looks
never would
no
have
he looks fine as an adult, but
I
like
never would have
he
picked up on
grew
him.
into the like I have big, like front teeth. I just do.
Okay. Never really thought
Um,
about it, but yeah.
but like he had teeth like this as like a child. It was just like, oh baby, like you just have this.
Did it look like he had veneers on? He just
I'm like, I just couldn't. The face, he was like, I couldn't handle it. It was way too funny. I gotta see if I can. I'm gonna keep looking, by the way.
All right. Well, yeah, keep looking, keep looking. But yeah, if we can't, we'll see. Maybe someone out there in the interverse can find this. Anyway, I just need to know: am I an asshole for hating this kid? Like, should I not? Should I be? Should I maybe like not hate this kid as much as I do? Like, because every time the parents post, I'm just like,
See, if that's me, every time the kid posts, I hit the little X.
I know,
Bye
and yeah,
bye.
I know that's the solution. I get it. I understand there is a solution to this. I understand I can do it, but I need everyone to understand that the parents,
No.
when the very rare time they post about not their kid,
Yeah.
it's about stuff that I like. It's about movies. It's about TV shows,
Right.
other things that I'm into. So it's like they do post kind of fun things, but 95% of the content is this fucking kid, and I'm just like, God damn this fucking kid! I swear to God.
No, I mean it's a thing.
And like I didn't notice this because like obviously like I'm not gonna feel this way about a baby, right? Because a baby's a baby. Baby's gonna do baby things.
Right.
So you don't have those thoughts about a baby. But then like when this kid got to like the age of like 4 or 5 and was just constantly running around screaming their head off, I'm like, oh my God. And
I
then the kid is
can't.
still doing that to this day.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck, what's this kid gonna be like? What the hell is this kid gonna be like when like a teenager? And I know I'm being really vague on,
He's gonna be
well,
one of
it's
those like
I'm being vague
freshmen
on the
that's
gender. It might
constantly
not
in
be a he.
trouble.
It might not be a he.
The
I'm
child is
just,
gonna be one of those people who as a
but I
freshman is
was
far too immature and
I was gonna say like it depends on the gender, right? Like I'm sure like
no, because girls
boys
can be
grow.
annoying and boys can be annoying. They
And
all
I
can
guess
be
it does
annoying and
depend.
immature.
I guess it does depend.
Yes. Even the
Okay.
non-binary children can be annoying.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The reason why I for most of my life I thought I could be like a good parent, but then like the older that I got, the more I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of glad I don't have kids
Yeah.
because I don't know
Those
if I
two things
like.
are not mutually exclusive. You can still have the skill to be a great parent and choose not to have children. I think that if I had that bug, like if I had that urge, I would be a good parent. I think
Hmm.
my husband would be a great parent.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't want children.
Yeah.
Like that's just a thing. It is what it is. But that doesn't mean that you wouldn't necessarily have the skill. I mean, I think one of the reasons why I like to think I'm a pretty good teacher
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
I have a certain amount of patience. I have a certain amount of, um, I do. I have the ability to like explain things and to like be patient, like sit and listen to kid and that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Um, so I mean, there's skills and then there's desire. I don't
That's
know.
fair. But
I
it's
am
like
also one of those childless cat ladies, so we know what the world thinks of me.
but it's like I like the more like I've gotten older, the more it's like I don't think I like kids in general. And I'm gonna put some examples. I'm gonna make some clarifications because I have some close friends who have a kid, and I am not talking about you guys.
So, and here's the thing. I have friends who have grown to understand me, and these are the people who are closest to me, obviously. And they know that I am not comfortable with children. My own godson,
Hmm.
his mother called me to babysit only when she had nobody else. And she'd
Hmm.
be like, I know you're not comfortable, but I need you. And I was like, I'm done. I'm there. Absolutely, whatever you need. And I would, even though I was completely tense the entire time. Like, just it makes me panic.
And
Um,
how old was this kid that you were babysitting? Like, what age are we talking?
infant to age 5 at least.
Oh,
Like I
ooh.
get very, very nervous. I don't do well with it. Like you go to restaurants and people's kids are running
That would
around.
freak me out.
You go to parties, they're running around. I'm like, nobody is watching these because then I get nervous. My husband, we've been to weddings where there's kids doing whatever it is they do. My
Yeah.
husband in a suit, if he starts like as a kid or what, like he will crawl around on the ground with them. I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, no,
like,
I
this is
believe you. I believe
amazing
it. I believe it.
because he has told me once in life that he doesn't think that he would be a good father. I'm like, you are out of your damn mind.
Oh, I can totally. I don't know your husband that well,
This
but
is what I
from
mean.
what I know, I could tell he probably would be a good dad. So,
Brilliant, brilliant. But it's
um,
like I have no drive for any of that.
I've
But people have always said, oh, it's different when they're your own, which is fair.
everyone
But
does
because
keep
I
saying
don't
that.
have my own,
Yeah,
and I have people who are parents who go, oh, I hate everybody else's kids but my own.
fair. And
So
I
we're
want to
like,
stress
right.
that I hate like the general public's children. Because I used to work in retail, right? And I also worked
Yes.
at a fast food place. So there
Yes.
was constantly kids all around, and they were like the most brattiest, worst children I've ever
Right.
seen on the face of the planet. But like if they're kids of like friends of mine, I like for some reason they're fine.
Yeah.
Like I never have an issue with them. And I'm stressing this for my friends because I know they listen to this podcast. I promise I am not talking about you guys. I am talking about strangers. I swear. Um, but with that said, I've never been asked to be a babysitter, but I don't, well, I mean, unless you count like my sister when she was like a newborn, right? I don't know if I count that because it's a
Yeah.
sibling, it's a family member. But like, I've never been like in a situation where a friend like needed a babysitter and they were like, oh, let's call Jason. Like, I'm never anyone's first
Same.
go to for a babysitter.
Same.
But I don't know if I could babysit like an infant or a toddler. That would freak me the fuck out. I
That's
could
what I'm
do like an
saying.
older kid. I could do like maybe 6 and older.
Mhm.
Because then you can kind of like hang out and watch stuff with them, and like they're potty trained. You have to clean up shit. Um, well, yeah, but but like then you can just kind of hang out and play games with them or watch something or whatever. Like a toddler, like what the fuck you gonna do? And then you gotta hold babies so delicately, like you can't do certain things, and like their neck and shit. That freaks me the fuck out. Whenever people have a baby and they're like, "Oh, hold the baby," I'm like, "No, thank you. I am not gonna be
People,
responsible for killing a kid today."
and so this is the thing when you're a teacher, everybody, oh, the people like the babies. They want you to bring the babies. And so everyone's passing the baby around. I have had people be offended that I don't want to hold their kid. I
Oh yeah,
don't.
I can see
It's
that.
just,
I can see that.
sorry, I don't hold anybody's kid.
No,
It's
I
not
get.
just
Yeah,
yours
I'm the same.
specifically,
No, I'm the same.
but people who know me understand, and people who don't, I cannot control what somebody else thinks.
Hmm.
I mean, here's the bottom line. And the way I see it, it's like, look, if I don't need to take a turn, everybody else gets longer.
Hmm.
Enjoy. Have fun. I'm gonna
Yeah, I
stay
can
over. Do you
never.
have a cat? I'll hold that. You got a dog? I could pet the dog.
I
I
am
like to
down
pet the
for a
dog.
pet. I am down to pet sit an animal.
Yeah.
Some exceptions. I will not do snakes, but
Nope.
but a cat or a dog, yes, I am down. I can
Yes.
100% do that. So you found a commercial with the kid. Was this the one you were talking about, or was just a
No, I
random
cannot
commercial?
find this juice commercial, but
Hmm.
this shows you this kid. You'll see his face and
All
you'll be like,
right,
oh, I
let's
remember that kid.
let me see if I can get this to show up here. All right.
It should.
You do this weekend, Tom?
That's him.
I have been to the edge and back.
Hmm.
Excuse me?
The Edge
I remember
pizza
that
from
kid.
Pizza Hut is
Yeah,
back.
okay.
Pizza is about toppings. The edge has no outer crust. The edge is toppings that keep on going. Keep right on going.
I kind of remember this commercial too.
I've outclassed my friend, brother, sister. I have been to the edge and back. Join me.
Go to the Edge. Get a meal.
That's the face my mother wants to punch.
America's favorite pizza. Pizza Hut.
That's the face. You see how he's all like,
Yeah. He's got those chubby ass cheeks. Yeah.
and he's very cute as Danny Torrance. Like that, I
I
love that
do
movie.
remember. I do now remember that kid has Danny Torrance. I do
Oh
remember
my
that.
God.
I do.
It's
Yes.
really funny because like he counts and he's like, he sings Old MacDonald and like he's very cute. But my mother
That's hilarious.
yes.
All right. Well, if
It
anyone out there
induced
can
this
find this
rage.
commercial, please send it to us. Whatever,
Yes.
jasonsoda@gmail.com. I don't know. Maybe we're Mandela affecting this. I don't know,
Oh
but
my God, I wouldn't be surprised. I would, at this point in my life, I would no longer be surprised that I Mandela affected this kid because he did. You search like Cortland Mead, like
Uh,
juice. You search like Cortland Mead commercials. Nothing comes up regarding
that's
juice.
weird. I wonder what it is.
Nothing. I'm not specifically searching Welch's grape juice. I am telling you.
I started with Welch's because I thought it was Welch's, but
That's what
so
my memory
so somebody
says.
out there can probably find it and send it to us. That'd be really cool.
I
So.
have an itch.
Anyway,
What's
also
going
let me
on?
know, listeners, if I'm an asshole for hating a kid that I never met. I am stressing that I've never met this kid face to face in person. I've only interacted with this, not even interacted, just seen this kid through Facebook and videos and pictures and everything. And I know so fucking much about this kid. I know all the things this kid likes and doesn't like and places to go and like the weird things that they're into and everything.
In this day and age, you're only an asshole if you're posting on their stuff saying, I hate
Oh,
this fucking kid.
I don't do that. I do not
And
do
you
that.
don't. So, you know what? As an actual human being adult, you are being an actual proper person by keeping this to yourself
Yes.
and saying, you know what? I'm
No,
going to
I
be
would never do
respectful.
that. I would
And that's
never.
what I'm saying. But in this day and age, that's not how most
And like,
people
what's funny is
function.
like, I am a troll, right? Like, I would do something similar, but I would never do it about a kid. Like, I feel like that's get us going too far. Like, if it was like I will troll adults. Like, I will say weird, fucked up shit about adults to adults. I have no problem doing that. But I also feel like it's very disrespectful to say shit about a kid to the kid's parents. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna keep this to myself. Like my thoughts, and I'm not gonna say nothing. I'll just scroll past the videos and the pictures, but there's so fucking many of them. It's just hard to ignore.
Snooze for 30 days. Snooze for 30. That's what I started
I
doing. I'm like,
know that's the
bye.
solution. I understand that's the solution. I get it. So, all right. Well, everyone, let me know about that as well. So. What was it about the 90s that made movies so much better? How much of an impact did they make during that decade? And while we're at it, can we throw around some 90s slang? Join me, Jason Soto, a lover of all things 90s, as I do a deep dive into cinema from the best era ever. Rabbit Hole Podcast present That's the Bomb, Yo! 90 hella rad movies from the 90s. You can find this show on Anchor, Apple, Google, anywhere you get podcasts from, or its home location at rabbitholepodcasts.com. And who knows, maybe even Alicia Silverstone will finally accept my date.
Ah, as if.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get to our big topic here because this is now every famous person has like a cause that they fight for, that they believe in. They work for like a organization or some kind of like, like a
Yes.
thing that they believe
Yeah.
in. And
Their
so
passion.
and so I think like mine's for now is going to be about colonoscopies. I want to
Oh,
stress
good.
how important everybody, including
Including
men.
women.
Well,
It's especially men
I'm
because of
gonna
colon cancer, but you definitely need, like, women ignore this.
everybody,
I know.
everybody.
Yep.
But I think there's a male mindset about I don't want anyone up my butt. So that's why I'm stressing like the men angle of it. Because for the first time in my life, I had a colonoscopy this week,
Mhm.
and it was a wild ride in
I think my
every
first
sense
one
of
was
the word.
last summer.
Oh, you did have one.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm at the
Okay.
age where well, I'm slightly older than you, so
I
yeah,
was gonna ask because I
yeah.
did know that. I
I'm
was gonna ask.
46. I'm
Okay, so
46.
you
So they
had
said, all
one.
right, it's time. Yeah, I had one
All right.
last
Well,
year.
now we can compare notes. Let's compare how this went.
People are going to be like, oh God, I expect these kinds of conversations from Jason, but Lisa's
No,
really
no,
going to
no.
talk about this. Oh,
Oh,
Lisa
okay.
may talk about this. We'll see what you say, and I'll follow your lead because I have stories.
I think people that listen to this show, we are 154 episodes deep.
It doesn't come from me. I'm the one who's appalled and goes, oh God, this is what we're talking. Oh
But
God, that
even Robin on Howard Stern would give into the madness every now and
she
then.
did the coffee enemas.
Yeah, so there you go. So nothing so everyone knows what to expect from this show. Okay,
Let
so
me hydrate before we get into this conversation.
no, you're fine. Okay, well, so it all started when I went to a doctor's visit like about a month ago. And my doctor's just doing the normal question routine stuff about how I feel, stuff like that. Then she gets to my because it was like it was like a little bit after my birthday.
The
And
undercarriage.
done. Not quite, but she was like, "Oh, you turned 45." And I was like, "Yeah, I turned 45 like a month ago or whatever." And then she goes, "Oh, you know what that means? It's time for your colonoscopy." And I'm like, "Ah, crap. All right." I'm like, I knew this was gonna happen eventually, but all right. So then I said to her, "Well, you know what? Like, when do exactly we need to do it?" She's like, "You can do this anytime now because you're 45, so anytime would be great." And I'm like, "You know what? Let's get it over with.
Good for you.
Make
That's the way I am.
make it make it so."
Yep.
And so apparently my doctor is chums with the colonoscopy person.
Oh, oh.
So she was immediately like instant messaging, mind you, the colonoscopy doctor.
Let me
Like,
make that appointment for
yeah,
you now.
that was literally what happened. She went to her computer and she's like, hold on a second. And like I see her typing and she's like, oh, we'll see when we can get you in. And then she's like talking to the person and then she goes, okay, they have an opening in September. And I'm like, all right, I guess, which was like about another month away. And so I was so like, sure, let's do it. So they scheduled it for September. They gave the date. And then of course, and this is for the listeners. If anyone does not know how colonoscopies work, there's a process. And the process is you have to begin the day before
Hmm.
your colonoscopy. They give you, now this is where I want to compare notes.
Okay.
So this is what happened to me. They gave me a bottle of powder
Yes.
and then they gave me laxative pills, like prescription strength laxative pills. And they gave these to me and they're like the day before,
Hmm.
you're gonna have to take these. And then there was like a list. Actually, it's right here. For the viewers at home, this is the list right oh, this is the list right here. This is the
Yes.
list that I
Yes,
had
I
to
get that
follow.
same thing. Yes.
And
It's like
so
steps.
so they were like the day before, first off, you can't eat anything solids. No solids. So, and
Yeah.
that's like the
Liquid
day
diet.
before. And they're like, you can drink clear liquids, you can drink
Bone
water,
broth.
you can drink Sprite,
Hmm.
7 Up, whatever. You cannot eat anything solid. You cannot do drugs. They stress that
Nothing red or purple. Like you
no
can't
red
have anything
dyes. They had
colored.
no
Yep.
red dyes. They told me specifically no red dyes.
Right.
But then I also had to buy two 28-ounce bottles of Gatorade,
Hmm.
and this is what I was mixing the powder with.
Okay.
Um, okay, so we already sound like we have something different.
I wasn't told Gatorade.
Mm.
They gave me like a bottle
Hmm.
and said, put the powder in this,
Oh,
fill this up, and drink that because the powder was flavored.
okay.
So the powder being flavored, I don't know what kind. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't remember what color kind it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody always talks about how awful it is. I didn't hate it.
Well,
The
mine
drinking of the thing, I didn't despise the taste. So I just sucked it down and went, all right, whatever.
mine was mixed with Gatorade, and I just tasted
Okay.
Gatorade, so
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
You must not have had a flavored kind.
Yeah, maybe I didn't. I don't know. But then they were also like, get a like 10 ounce, I'm gonna say 10 ounces, bottle of hang on, I can't remember what it's called. Um, magnesium citrate.
Okay.
Buy a bottle of that. And then the instructions that I have here, they give you like times on when you got to do all these
Yes.
things. They're like 3 o'clock, drink this drink the one
Yep.
bottle. Four
Yep.
o'clock, take the pills. Five
Yep.
o'clock, drink the citrate. Six
Yep.
o'clock, do this, so on, right? Okay. I know I'm a very vulgar person, and I say a lot of fucked up things in my life, but I'm not gonna do the TMI thing about what happened after I drink these things. But I'm gonna say use your imagination.
Well, most people know what occurs as a
And
result.
this was like the most interesting day of my life. Um, because I was in this bathroom every 15 minutes from 3 o'clock onward.
This is how it goes.
Things settled down around 11
Hmm.
at night, and I was so fucking hungry. Like, I was hungry as fuck. Like, I literally could have eaten anything at this point. But the thing was, my appointment was at 7 a.m. And one of the instructions was 5 hours before the procedure, I had to drink the second bottle of Gatorade, which meant I had to get up at 2 a.m. to drink this other bottle.
Correct.
And what pissed me off was I felt fine from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. I felt absolutely fine. Like I didn't have to go to the bathroom. My
Hmm.
stomach wasn't bugging me. And then I was like, well, I has directions. I gotta drink this. And then all hell broke loose when I at 2 a.m.
Yep.
And I'm like, is this like, am I doing this right? Like, why am I all of a sudden going again? And
Yep.
at like right up to the appointment, I was going, and I'm like, this is worrying me because like, what if I'm
Right.
going so much that they can't do the thing?
Right.
But thankfully, that's not what happened.
Right.
But I get,
It's kind of like they know what they're doing.
I
But
guess,
yeah,
but like
I get
I
you.
guess they timed it so well,
Right.
I guess. But so I get there at 7 a.m. and they they're like, hey, take your clothes off and then put this on,
Yep.
and then of course my ass had to be exposed, and then the fucking doctor was late because she was stuck in traffic
How late?
like 25 minutes.
Ugh.
Yeah, and I'm already tired. I'm hungry,
Right.
and I'm a little nervous because this is my first one.
Yep.
And I'm just lying in this bed in this room
Waiting. Yeah.
with these other like medical professionals that were nurses. And for whatever reason, one of the nurses kept playing REO Speedwagon.
Okay.
I don't know if it was for me or for her or for the
It's
medical
probably
staff.
the doctor. Like it's probably what they
I don't
want.
know. But I heard a lot of REO Speedwagon while I was waiting for this doctor to show up. And then the doctor does show up finally. And now here's the weird thing, and to anyone listening to this who has never had a procedure before, this is going to be really weird, okay? So they knock you out for this, right? They
Yes.
give you the anesthesia.
It's a good sleep. It's a good sleep.
To anyone who has never experienced this before, it is the weirdest thing in the world because they tell you, all right, Mr. Soto, we're going to give you your anesthesia now. You
Yeah.
say, okay. Next thing you know, you're in a completely different room and
Yeah.
you're done. And
Yeah.
I swear to God, it could have been like 2 seconds went by.
You've never had like your wisdom teeth out or
Nope.
anything like that?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah,
That
that's
is
how
the
it is.
weirdest fucking thing. The
Yep.
weirdest fucking thing.
Yep.
Because I'm like, wait, what happened? And they're
Yeah.
like, you're done.
Yep.
And I'm like, what? And then like I asked for what time it was an hour and a half
It's
later.
yes.
And
Yep.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like that it's to everyone listening who's never done this, it is so weird. It throws you off so much
Yep.
because you swear you just blinked and suddenly
These
it's an
people
hour
know
and a
what
half
they're
later.
doing. Yeah.
It's not, yeah, and I
I know
appreciate
you
that.
know that, but
I
that's my
appreciate
point.
that.
Like that's why they ask you, like what's your weight, what's
Yeah, oh yeah,
this,
yeah,
what's
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
because they set the dosage,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
people who are anesthesiologists, like,
That's
thank you.
crazy.
Thank you so much because you do a wonderful job.
No, I am a very appreciative of everyone in the medical field.
Mhm.
Absolutely, 100%. But it's so weird. It is so fucking weird,
Yeah.
you guys. Like just like, oh, okay, and then you're done, and then you leave, and then you go back to normal. You live your life like nothing
So
happened.
now, question for you.
Okay.
So when was this procedure?
As of this recording on Monday.
Okay. And you're totally good.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna get to that, but yes. What? Okay, wait. Something happened with you?
Yeah. I had no complications or anything like that,
Uh-huh.
but dude, hemorrhoids.
Really?
And then it wouldn't
Really?
and then it wouldn't go away. It did eventually,
Really?
but
That's weird. Okay,
oh
no,
my
I had nothing.
God.
They did
Good.
warn
I'm
me
glad.
that they were like, you may have some stomach cramps, you may have some blood in your stool.
No, I didn't
Uh,
have any of that.
but I didn't either.
I ended up with hemorrhoids for a good like month or so
But
afterwards because it
I
just wouldn't go
had
away.
I had now
Yeah.
again, we're recording this about 3 days after this happened. I don't did they happen for you immediately or
I
did it
feel
take
like it did because it was like, the prep.
okay.
And then like, a couple of days later, the whole don't trust the fart sort of thing.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yes, yes. I
but
was told that.
you don't trust the fart for about a
Do
good
not.
week
Do
just to be
not.
safe.
Yes, just run to the bathroom.
That's a lesson that's not on the everything I need to know I learned in kindergarten list, but
Yes,
I feel like it should be.
it really should be.
Don't trust the foot.
Do
God,
not.
that's the title of the show this episode, isn't it?
I had a different title in mind, but I don't know. We'll see.
Don't trust the fart is a
Don't
good one.
trust the fire.
But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, it was just like, and then it was just awful because you go back to being normal, you go back to being
Hmm.
regular, and yet still the damn hemorrhoids would go away. I'm
That's
like, come
crazy.
on. I mean, it did eventually take care of
Yeah, yeah.
itself. Um,
That's crazy.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Being female, there's an added delight to these kinds of things, and I don't know if the timing was particularly inopportune, but it was just like it was a thing, and I was like, oh goody, at least I'm all clear, and you're also
Yeah.
all clear, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Where like, okay, don't have to do this for like 5 more
A few.
years or
Yeah.
something like that.
Exactly.
And
Yes.
then the other thing, oh, this was funny. So in my consultation beforehand, um, because I'm a smartass, I'm like teasing the doctor.
Uh-oh.
And it was I can't remember what it was, but I think the guy said, like, oh, when I had mine, like, 5 years ago, and I was like, oh, doctor, shame on you not getting your colonoscopies regularly, because at the time I thought you had to get them annually.
Oh.
And so it was
Okay.
later in the conversation, he says, well, if everything's all clear, you won't have to get them. I was like, oh, I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like making a joke because I thought you had to get these. So I'm like, he could give a shit. Like, who am I?
Yeah.
This
Yeah. Yeah.
idiot, this fool who's making jokes. But I was like,
Yeah. No,
because
that's the good
he's
news.
not my regular doctor. He's not any, but I was
No.
like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I made a jerk of myself. I'm like, this guy put down, like, make sure you use the big tube or something. Maybe that's why I had the hemorrhoids because I pissed this guy off.
Yep. Yep. He gave you the old camera from like 1998.
The camera was the camcorders they used to have in
Yes, those
1987. They were like,
shoulder
here,
mounted
you
ones
need
with the
two
VHS
nurses. One,
tapes.
you need like probably more like two and a half nurses to spread the girth of the
Spread your
butt.
cheeks and
Say,
then
all right,
shove that
spread
camera
this,
in.
and then some make jokes about me. I'll
Yep,
show
yep,
you.
yep. Yep, tape over my son's recital. We're gonna put this chick's colon on this tape. But so yeah, so everyone listening, no matter what gender you are, but especially if you're a man, You should go get a colonoscopy if you're over the age of 45 because it's actually not that bad of experience. The worst part was the day before with all the fucking prepping you gotta do and the clearing out of your system. That sucked. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. That part
Yeah.
fucking sucked.
Nobody enjoys this. It's something that everybody complains about. Like back to my mother. Because we're gonna name this episode all about Lisa's mother. Um, but she's one of those people that has been like avoiding it. And her doctor was like, "Will you go get the thing?" And she's like, "Okay." So it's like we've got the thing, it's booked. And then she said, "My mother's hilarious." She's like, "Well, I'm feeling good. Everything's good. Maybe I'll just cancel it." I'm like, "No,
That's not how that works.
no."
That's not
I'm
how
like,
that works.
like, what are you doing?
That's not how that works.
I think it's a generational thing. Like I get it. Like you
That
don't
could
want to
be.
know. And it's like if I don't get into it, if I don't think about it, and my mother's good about it. My mother goes to see the doctor. My mother's poor doctor gave her his phone number, his cell phone number. So anytime my mom needs
Oh
something, she's
no.
like, I'm gonna text him. And
Oh
she
no.
does.
Oh no.
Like, I don't know about you. Like, do you have certain ringtones like for your dad?
Nope.
Like if your dad okay, so I have a certain text tone for my mother. So
Okay.
that when my phone, because sometimes when you're, staring off into space or you're being a slug and you're like, I don't want to deal with my phone. And sometimes your phone's blowing up or whatever. When it's my mother texting me, I know that if I don't text back right away, she gets mad. So it's a different sound so that when the sound goes off, I know that I can't ignore it. I'm
Okay.
like, oh, I better pick this up and answer it.
No, I have my phone on vibrate at all times.
I do too. But then like it's funny because like it'll go through my iPad. Like if I'm in bed,
Oh.
I'm watching like on my iPad and the sound is obviously on my iPad and that'll
Yeah,
go
yeah.
off and I'll go,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Got it. Got it. Got it.
I'm gonna have a
Um
lot of splaining to do at the end of this recording. If my mother's like,
She's gonna be like, I came up an awful lot
I
today. Like,
start
what?
talking about usually she counts the number of times I say fuck.
There's one. Uh, but yeah. Um, and the other thing they tell you for everyone listening who has never got one, is they tell you that you cannot drive.
Yes.
You have to have someone take you home.
Yes.
And
Would they let you Uber?
that was the other thing. They told me I
Yeah,
couldn't.
right.
They said that you cannot, you have to actually have a person physically there to take you home.
That makes sense. Yes.
You cannot call a Lyft or an Uber, and you cannot drive.
Right.
But like the funny thing was, so anyone who doesn't know me, I don't drive anyway. I
Right.
don't drive. Um, but like the strange thing was, like I was only groggy for like 5 minutes, and then I was fine. Which to the point where like I felt like I probably could have drove home and be okay. And I get that other people are different, that there probably were people who do get this and they're probably a little more zonked out afterward, um, longer. But I was like, I felt like when I woke up and I was over the shock that it was over. Um, I just had my normal, like, it takes me a few minutes to wake up when I wake up in the morning. Like I just gotta sit there and let myself gradually wake up, and then I'm fine. And that was just kind of like how I felt that, afterwards. I'm like, okay, I'm fine, let's go. And like I easily could have driven if I wanted to. And like one of the things they tell you is you can't drive, you can't Lyft or Uber, you cannot operate heavy machinery, um, and you cannot take care of children.
Well,
Which
thank goodness for that.
and then
I like the way
I
you came back full circle.
yeah, and it was
We
kind of
aren't usually so well structured on this show.
it was a little unintentional, I'm not gonna lie, but they were like, yeah, you can't do any of those things. And then like after it happened, I'm like, I easily could probably babysit somebody and I'd be fine. Uh
Stand on the corner. Anybody need a
like
babysitter?
yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
even going to need the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But then yeah, so like afterward, I felt normal after it happened. After
Good,
Monday, I've had no weird issues. I had no stomach problems, no stomach pains. Everything was
good,
back to normal. I ate like a fucking beast on Monday. And then I've been fine ever since.
good.
And the results were I'm all good. They found nothing, nothing to worry about. They do tell you, at least they told me that they will typically find polyps in there.
Yes.
But that's usually normal. They'll
Yeah.
take them out. They'll check them out to make sure it's not precancerous.
Same.
But they say that's normal.
Yep.
And so yeah, so that's that, and that was my colonoscopy. I had one finally, and I don't have to worry about it for another 5 years apparently,
Hmm.
and we're all good. And everyone do it right now. Whatever with
Yes.
Jason Soto is going to be all about colonoscopies 24/7,
Yep.
365. You're gonna look into a butthole. It's gonna be a picture of me there with my arms crossed, like, get it checked right now. God damn it. And Elisa's making that face that she's making right now next to me.
We used to we used to tell people to use Run P.
Now it's
Now we're
go
gonna
poop.
tell you to
Now it's go poop.
get the Gatorade.
The Gatorade.
Yeah, I
With
can't.
the Gatorade. So we are at least colon cancer free, everybody.
Yes.
So we don't have
Get
to
your
worry about that.
screenings, make your
Do
doctor's
it.
appointments, do
Do
the
it.
things.
Do it, man. It's okay to have things in your
Do
butthole. It's
the
fine.
things.
You'll be fine.
Speaking of,
Oh,
so
buttholes?
remember I had no.
Damn.
Speaking of make the appointments.
Oh, okay.
So a couple weeks ago, I had a small heart thing.
Oh,
Now
I
I
remember that.
am
Yeah.
healthy. I am a healthy person. I am not a healthy weight, but I am a healthy person. I have
Okay.
all the good cholesterol numbers. I have all the good pressure, blood pressure numbers. I have all the good blood sugar. Everything is fine. I just need to fucking exercise. But anyway, so end of August, I had what's called an SVT, and it's my second one. I had one a little more than 10 years ago.
Okay.
And it's just one of those things where your heart rate starts racing.
Hmm.
And basically what's going on is like your heart has four different chambers. There's the top two chambers, there's the bottom two chambers, and
Hmm.
basically the electrical pulses stay in their lane, right? They either
Okay.
stay at the top or they stay at the bottom.
Okay.
For an SVT, what's happening is they're jumping from one from the bottom to the top to the top to that sort of thing. So your heart rate races. So I have an Apple Watch and I felt it and I went, oh boy. And so I'm looking and it goes from like 173 to 185 to 201. I went, oh, okay. And then
Ooh.
basically sitting still, my heart is at like 220, 219, 220,
Yikes.
212. It's way too fast, way too fast.
Yeah.
So long story short, too late. You know, go in the ambulance, go to the hospital. They do the test. They get the heart rate back before I even left the parking lot, like in the ambulance, which is great because former student comes in. He's one of the fire firefighters, I guess,
Oh, okay.
who came. And it's great because they're like trying to get an IV on me, and he's like, "Hey, have you watched Weapons yet?" I'm like, "Yeah." So we're talking horror movies. Like, did you see Bring Her Back? Oh my God. And it's funny because I'm talking about Bring Her Back giving me anxiety. Meanwhile, my heart rate's over 200.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm fine about that because I'm like, well, I've done this before, sure. So long story short, too late. From the hospital, I call my doctor and I say, hi, I'm having an SVT. Here's what's going on. I'll send you the updates and everything. I need a referral to a cardiologist. Absolutely, we'll take care of that. A week goes by, I hear nothing. So I'm like, what is happening? So I call back and they're like, oh, yeah, we don't have any record. Nobody wrote anything on your charts and stuff. I'm like, great, thanks. Can we get
What?
this done? And they were like, absolutely, we're going to get this done. Somebody will call you, in the next couple of days. So this was end of August. It is now the third week in September.
Yep.
I'm looking at a calendar. It is the third week in September. So the first week is, so what is the end of the first week of September? So like the fourth, the fifth, when I got on the phone to these people and I said, hi, nobody ever called me. What's going on? So they were like, oh my God, we're totally gonna get this done. Do you know when the cardiologist called me?
Today?
Yesterday.
That's close. Jesus.
It's been almost 4 weeks.
Jesus.
Clearly it's not anything to worry about. Guess when
I
my
guess
appointment is?
October 15th.
December.
Oh,
I'm like, are
yeah.
you kidding me? And
They're
so
really not worried about it. Damn.
I say, now I understand these people are busy. I get it. You know what? That like, I get it, but Really? Not to mention, she says, I'm going to get you in with a nurse practitioner because that's faster.
Mm-hmm.
December is faster.
Faster. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I said, is there a cancellation list? Because this kind of made me nervous, especially because it's my second one. She goes,
Yeah.
I totally get it. Absolutely. I will definitely put you on the cancellation list. I'm like, what is happening?
No, that's crazy.
Oh my God. So now here it is, mid to end September. And I, had this heart thing last month. And to be fair, I felt fine since, like, nothing. And if it happens again, I'll call them up and go, hey guys, having another one. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Like, I know how to fix it. And well, I know to call them and they'll fix it, whatever. But it's like, really? December. I'm like, good grief. My
That's
cat
crazy.
has a cardiologist appointment before me.
Maybe you guys should switch. Maybe you should see the cat's cardiologist, and then the cat can go
I
see
mean, you figure it's
yours.
got to be about the same kind of
It has
science.
to work the same, right? A cat's heart and a human's heart got to be about the same.
I I don't
Heart's a
know. I
heart,
think
right?
so. I
Now,
don't have a murmur. He's got a murmur, so maybe not.
cows' hearts are different. They have like different, like,
I almost said something that was really stupid, and I don't know if it's actually stupid. So hang on a
well,
minute.
now you got to say it. No, you have to
No,
say it now. I am
I
not
was.
continuing with the show until you say it.
It's
And,
very
and you can
stupid.
test me. You can test me.
I now know that I'm stupid. Um, because I was gonna go, wait a minute, don't cows have more than one heart? No, cows have more than one stomach.
Stomach.
So I'm not totally out there, but octopus have more than one heart.
Yes, that is accurate.
So I was going to
But
say, don't cows have more than one heart? And then I
I
went,
think a
no,
cow's
idiot, they
heart.
don't. And then my brain still took a couple of minutes to go, well, what is it they have more than one of? It is
Let's
Thursday
see.
at the end of a very long week. I don't
Oh,
know who
yeah.
came up with this idea of a 5-day work week, but that person needs to be drug out into the street because,
That's true.
like,
And I took Monday off, and I only did four. And I'm with you. I'm 100% with you.
I'm so tired.
This has been a week. Let me tell you.
I'm coming
But
up with a lot of show titles. Don't cows have more than one?
and I had the one in my mind since we
Oh my
started. But
God. I feel
we'll
like I'm
see.
coming up a lot of good ones today.
Yes, you are. So anyway, get your colonoscopies, everybody. All right, I think we'll end on that note. Man, Rehak's gonna be mad he missed all this.
True. I feel like there were a couple of times Rehak would have fallen out of the chair.
He would have man, his contribution to this, and he's younger than us, so he would have been a good person to give the
Mm,
warning to.
he needs to listen to this
Like,
episode.
hey, when you become an old man like me, you'll
Yeah.
have to go through all
How
this.
far away is he? He's only what, like 10 years, 12 years
He's
away?
like 10 years old
So
or
he's not
younger,
too
younger than
much
me.
younger. Yeah, he's like mid 30s, right?
Because every time we cover MST3K, we're still in the early 90s, and he's like, "Oh, I was one when that episode aired." And I'm
I
shut up,
can't.
man. I was 11.
Oh, yeah, we were watching it live when it aired.
And he's like, I was a newborn.
Oh,
He
I
wasn't born when the show debuted in '88.
one of my kids today, I'm talking about dictionaries and stuff like that, and I'm holding up the dictionary. I'm like, you didn't know a word. You had to look this up. I said, we didn't have the internet yet. I'm older than the internet. She goes, oh my God. And I was like, you shush. I said, do not say that when somebody's holding a book that she could then throw at you quick. She
Yeah,
was laughing.
exactly.
I'm like, yes, I'm older. I'm older
Exactly.
than
Has
Google. I'm
anyone
older than the
asked
internet.
you, because I was reading like memes and stuff earlier, has anyone asked you as a teacher, can they reference anything from the late 1900s?
Yes. Yes.
I would punch.
Somebody
That's a kid I would
did.
punch. That is a kid that I would punch.
Because she wrote a
And she
paper
meant it,
about.
but did she mean it when she said that, or was she trying to get under your skin?
No, she meant it.
Oh
She wrote in a
God.
paper because it was a paper on Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. And she was like, in the late 90s. I'm like,
No, late 90s is fine. I meant late
I
1900s.
think that's what she said, frankly. I think she said in the late
I can
1900s.
understand late
In her
90s.
introduction, it was like, in the late 1900s, this is what the world was
That
like.
would fucking infuriate me.
So my online class, they read a book called The Great Believers by Rebecca Makkai, which is about the AIDS epidemic.
Okay.
You got to see kids talk about AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
and the 80s. It's
Mm-hmm.
like it might as well be, King Tutankhamun.
Like
The
like
way they
watching
talk
Little
about
House
the
on the Prairie.
1980s. Oh my God, the way they talk about it. And I'm like, oh my God, guys, you
No.
realize this is my lifetime. This is
Everyone
not.
listening, I know we're going over on the show, but fuck it, it's my show. But one of the episodes of MST3K that Nick and I watched, like last episode, the YouTube video had the commercials from 1991,
Oh,
and my God, was it a time capsule of 1991? It
was
was
there a
like
Welch's grape juice
there
commercial in
was
this?
not, unfortunately, a Welch's Grape commercial.
That kid wasn't old enough yet.
No, it was 91. I don't think he was
Yeah,
even born yet,
he was
but
one with Rehak.
he was. He probably was.
What sound bite do you think Rehak's going to use for this?
Oh, I edit this one. I should give this to him.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Because
that's
then
an
he can listen.
idea.
Yeah,
Lisa, I'm gonna marry you. I don't care if you're already
I
married.
have
God
some good
damn it.
ideas. I do come up
We're
with some good
going to
ideas.
Utah and we're getting married. Me, you, and your husband will be a throuple.
The Flying
It'll work.
Elvis's Utah
It'll
chapter.
work. God damn it. You're brilliant. Okay. All right. We got to end the show. Everyone listening, thank you so much for listening to us. Please go to rabbitholepodcast.com. That is where you can find all of the episodes of this fine, high quality show where we talk about, hey, last episode I talked about pee and now I talked about poop. What are we going to talk about next week? Probably cum. So
We're gonna
everyone be prepared for that. Rabbitholepodcast.com is where you can go. You can go so follow us on Spotify. Because I mentioned that, because Spotify is this cool thing where they notify you when an episode comes up. You see it immediately. It says whatever with Jason Soto, episode 154, the poop episode. I'm not calling it that, but let's just say I did.
don't trust the fart. I'm
And
still
you'll
voting for
see
don't trust
that
the
as
fart.
a brand new episode, and then you can click play on it. You can also leave us messages right there on the good old Spotify. Absolutely. I want to thank our awesome Patreon members over at patreon.com/rabbitholepods. These people also give us money, and they are also equally as cool as the $10 ones. Not maybe as cooler, but they're pretty damn cool. Chris R. from Hersing Around, thank you to Chris R. The Vern, thank you to The Vern. Carl, thank you so much to Carl Lackey. Hey, Lackey, what's up? Toby, thank you, Toby. Kevin, I want to thank Kevin. Serena, I gotta thank Serena. Hey, Bear, thank you so much to Bear.
Speaking of zygotes,
Our Jesus Christ, if anyone makes me feel old, it's fucking Bear.
that's the
God
truth.
damn. They just graduated from college and
Oh,
Jesus Christ. Okay. Our good pal, Frank Doodle Willis. Thank you to Frank Doodle Willis. I love that name. Thank you for being Frank Doodle Willis. Oliver. Hey, thank you very much to Oliver. Our friend James Foley. Hey, James. Thank you. Ira. Hey, thank you very much to Ira. And we got count them, two new Patreon members.
more people want to give us money.
Scribbler Johnny, thank you so much to Scribbler
Amazing.
Johnny for becoming a Patreon member. And Red Avenger, thank you so much to Red Avenger
I
for
love
becoming
this.
a Patreon member. Yes, we getting some awesome people.
Can I start getting paid?
Patreon.com/rabbitholepods is where people can go and subscribe to us. Episodes early, bonus content, exclusive, Patreon only videos. We are going to riff some awesomely weird, bad shorts in about a couple of weeks from here. Oh, and my favorite time of year is coming up. Dark Hole Film Fest, baby. October. I will be announcing the title, the full title of Dark Hole Film Fest, and the movies. All that coming in October. I cannot wait. My favorite time of year. Lisa, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I love you, and you put
Good
up with
times.
my
I love you
you
back.
put up with my shit literally and figuratively.
Yes.
Thank you all very much for listening to us. Wash your goddamn hands and keep your head in the clouds and your feet in the mud. Adios.